Hi, me again. Okay. In this tutorial, I'm going to introduce you how to use an envelope distort. It is a very practical tool if you want to kind of like distort an object. Okay, especially if you want to kind of like create text as images, right? So basically, what you have to do is, firstly, okay, you also have to kind of like fill in the background. Okay, it could be any background colors that you like. Here, don't forget to work with many layers here, right? It's very important. Okay, if you work with only one layers, the problem is it's going to be very unorganized, right? So okay, I will select like I don't like black. Okay, I'm going to change it to white color like this. Okay, and then you lock the layers here, and then if you want to kind of like create text, okay, based on image, right, what you have to do is place a picture. Okay, place a picture into the workspace. Okay, it could be any picture here. I'm selecting one of the picture here. Okay, it's too large. I'm going to resize it. Right, how to place a picture. Okay, go to file, okay, and go to place, or just hit shift control P, okay, for PC anyhow, like this, right, and select the picture that you want to use as reference, then drag it, okay, where you want it to be. Okay, and then next, all right, I like this tree, so I'm going to kind of like enlarge it. I will do this technique very quickly, so I don't think I could finish everything, but make sure that I will make sure that you understand the basic way to kind of like work with envelope distort, right? Next, you lock this layer, okay, and create a new layers again. Okay, so take a look, close look at the layers here. Okay, so now we work on 3 layers here, right? The first one is the background, the second one is an image, right, the reference image, and the third one is the text that we're going to place on top of the pictures here. Yeah, so next, hit T on your keyboard, okay, or just select the T here on the tools bar, type tool here, right? And then next, okay, there's many ways to kind of like approach this. Okay, you can kind of like able to kind of like just like type something, okay, on the tree here, okay, or you can also use this function, okay, draw a path, okay, pen tools here, or hit P on your keyboard, okay, draw an outline for the tree here. Yeah, draw an outline here. Okay, right, and then just switch the fill color into like stroke color instead, okay, so that you can see everything clearer, right? And then hit T again, okay, hit T, the text here, and if you hold down the your mouse just a little bit, okay, you can select type on a part here. It is a tool that we make the part kind of like align with the the part that you created here. Okay, I'm going to zoom in this here. Okay, type on a part tool, select it, and then just move the cursor on top of the lines that you want to kind of like create the text here. Yeah, so you have many ways, okay, to kind of like fill in this text, okay, into the trunk of the tree here. One of the things that you could do is, okay, I'm going to change the color of text so that it becomes more visible here. Okay, one thing that you could do is you could resize each of the letter, right, to fit with the shape of the tree here, okay, which will take forever. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to like distort the the letter forms here. Firstly, I think I need to kind of like increase the size of the text first. Okay, all right, something like this. Okay, right, next, just go to the typical selection tools here, select all the text box here, and then select objects here, select objects here, and then just select envelope distort here. This is the function that is pretty cool and is pretty close to Adobe Photoshop's, right? So you can select 2 options. If you want to create like a shape of warps here, just select a warp. Okay, if you just want to create like a table that you can distort the proportion of the objects, then just select make with match here. select it, and as you can see here, you can also, you know, create like also reduce or increase the rows and columns here. Okay, I'm going to put 3 and 3 together. Okay, for you it depends on the pictures that you're going to like use, right? Then next, okay, next is select the directions here, direct selection tools here. Okay, or just hit B here, oh A here. Yep, and then after that, just select one of the point here and you start to distort the text here. You can see the effects, right? What it can do with the text here. It kind of like move the text around. Okay, and you just move the text to fit with the tree trunks here, right? Another thing that you could do with when you kind of like want to create like type as a image, right, is you can copy and paste it in front of the previous text. Okay, just hit Command C, okay, for Mac, or Control C for PC, and hit Control F for PC, okay, or Control F for Mac, like this. Okay, and you move it just a little bit up there. Okay, so it will be more interesting. And next you can change the opacity. Okay, here, make it lighter, and then it's going to start to have like some kind of like dimension. Okay, if you kind of like switch off the toggles visibility of the pictures here, then you can see, right, that the text start to kind of like come up in the shape of a trunk here, the tree trunk here. All right, let's move on to the next. Same thing. Okay, just use pen tools here, draw it. Pretty easy, right? Okay, I'm going to draw some part of the tree, right? Okay, so widget tool stroke. Okay, hit T, right, and then type something here. Okay, it's rolling with some because it's quite practical. It's just experimental project of mine, so it's not like perfect. I'm sorry about that. Okay, again. You can distort it by go to objects, okay, envelope distort, okay, make with a mesh, or just that's a shortcut here. Okay, you can also hit Alt and Control and M, okay, together, and Alt Control M on your keyboard is the shortcut. And distort the character here to fit this trunk. Oh, sorry. Make sure you select hit A on your keyboard or select direct selection tools, okay, and select the points here, and just distort the letter forms to match with the trunk and the branch of the tree. Yeah, maybe P is too long. Change the proportions a little bit, okay, and yeah, you can also use the same technique here, okay, by copy and paste as well. Okay, you rotate it. Okay, I'm going to like create a branch of the tree by using the same letter here. Okay, as you can see here, it's not fitting with the trunk perfectly, so I'm going to move it around just a little bit. Okay, that's cool. Something like this. Okay, you can copy and paste it again. Copy and paste in front. Sorry. When you paste it, okay, you can also select the option from edit here and paste in front here, and you can kind of like able to move it around, which is make your work have more dynamic. You could rotate it. If it doesn't fit, then just move it around just a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at the shape of the letter. Okay, it's pretty interesting. I think I'm going to like adjust the opacity here as well. Not go back. Yeah, something like this. Right. Okay, that's pretty cool. Next is, okay, I'm going to do the same here with this branch. problem with this text. Okay, I'm going to just copy and paste it again. That's pretty cool. Hit A. With a little bit upward. Okay. Alright. Right. Not so bad. Okay. Then we don't create another bunch up there. Just do it little by little, right? There's no rush. Thing like this. Let's take a look. Okay, the 3 times look pretty good. Alright, next is some of the left part. Okay, cool. Though it's not perfect, okay, but still pretty interesting. Alright, what about the shape of the leaves? Okay, you can use some leather, like in this case I'm going to use like the real leather. You can also use other character, okay? It doesn't mean that you have to use it, only this character to create, like, you know, the leaves. I'm thinking about the colors and how it's going to match together. Okay, we use like dark gray or something like that. This is very rough, okay? What I'm doing here is very rough. Okay, just do it little by little, okay? You probably like rotate it just a little bit, okay? Rotate it. Change the opacity. Look like. Okay, not so bad. Yeah, then you can copy the shape of the wheel to create, like, you know, the leaves here. Right, so basically just use some character to kind of like fit in all the, you know, the pictures. You can do it roughly, right? It's not gonna be perfect, but at least just to show you the techniques that you might use, okay, in your project. To copy some of the elements here, you can hold down Alt key or options for Mac, okay, to copy the, you know, the elements, the graphic elements here. Okay, let's take a look. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Okay, now we have the shape of the trees. Okay, although it's not perfect, but still not so bad, right? Right, next, the guy, right? Okay, there's many ways to kind of like approach. Okay, you know, the this kind of like, you know, the text as image here. Okay, I'm going to create another layer. Okay, I'm going to lock the layer of the tree. Okay, so another way to do it, okay, you can create like a text box, okay, surrounding the man. Make sure the text is not too big, okay, might be very small. Oh god, no. Alright, G, create a text box, okay, and we're going to like use the mask tool to kind of like use the clip mask, okay, clipping mask to you know, draw the shape of the man here. Okay, next what we have to do is, of course, we have to create outline for the text here. Okay, you can go to types, okay, and then select create outline here, or just hit shift control O on your keyboard like this. Okay, it will turn the text into graphics elements. Okay, next what you have to do is, okay, of course, okay, use pen tool again, hit P here. Okay, draw the shape of man, okay, on top of the letter. Make sure you deselect the letter first, okay, and then draw the shape of the man on top of, you know, the text here, and we're going to use it as clip mask. Yeah, this, like this. Okay, I'm going to do it properly. I'm sorry about this, otherwise the tutorial will be too long. Okay, perfect, but yeah, yes, we have something here. Put this here. This. Okay, another tool that I would like to introduce to you is Smooth Tools. Okay, it's hiding in Sharper Tools here. Basically, if you hold down your mouse just a little bit, okay, Smooth Tool will be here in Sharper Tools. Okay, what it could do is, okay, just a moment. What it could do is, in case that you draw some of the part and you want it to be smooth, so you can use the Smooth Tool to kind of like make that part become, you know, better. Okay, more curved as well. Select the line here, okay, and then, you know, select Smooth Tools here, and kind of like, you know, brush it on top of the outline that you want it to be smoother. And yeah, that's it. Next, what we have to do is, of course, you can see the negative space inside the man, right? You can kind of like have to create another shape here, rectangles, okay, fill in the colors, fill in this color as well, okay, of the man here as well. Make sure there's no stroke here. What happened? Okay. Then you select both of the triangle, okay, and the shape of the man, the silhouette of the man here, okay, and go to Pathfinder first. Go to Pathfinder, right? It's in Windows. If you can't find it, okay, it's in Window. Pathfinder is here, right? So find your Pathfinder is here. Select this one. Basically, it will going to cut this triangle shape here. And next, what you have to do next, okay, this is like, you know, very rough work. I'm so sorry again. I'm so sorry a million times. Then select the text, okay, and select the shape of the man here. And go to Objects, go to Clipping Mask here, and select Make. Objects, okay, Clipping Mask, and select Make here. So the text will be inside the shape of the man here, okay. If you hide the picture, okay, you can see the shape of the man here, right? So yeah, that is one of the ways to kind of like create text as image. Okay, it's not perfect. Okay, you have to kind of like be very patient, right? And you have to kind of like slowly adjust the opacity of the text. Okay, and also, you know, the position of the text. Okay, just a reminder. Okay, in this tutorial, I'm kind of like walking through some of the tools that are, you know, pretty important for creating text as image. The first one is envelope distort is in object, right? You can make it with mesh or warp here. The next thing is, and it's going to be like distort the letter as you like, okay? Another one is smooth tool, okay, and clipping mask, right? So I hope this tutorial will help you kind of like work on your project better, right? See you next time. Bye.